Hey everybody, reading you chapter 1 from my book, The Fire and the Hound. The wind moved through the trees like a living thing sliding between trunks, whispering across the frozen ground. The wolf lifted his nose to the air, every scent cutting through the cold like a blade. Snow, pine, the faint scent, musk of a deer herd long gone. Nothing. He hadn't eaten in 3 days. The world around him was nothing but hunger and silence. The pack had split after the chase, the young ones too desperate, the old ones too tired. He had run until his lungs burned, until the blood on the snow lost its smell, and he was alone. The sky had that endless gray look that came before a storm. Clouds sagged low, full of cold and weight, the kind of winter that erased tracks and ended lives. He padded deeper into the pines, paws pressing through the crust of ice, fur dusted white. His ribs ached from the hollow inside of him. The world offered him nothing. Not a mole, not a rabbit, not even the sound of wings. He stopped and listened. The forest had voices if you knew how to listen to them. Snow creaked, wind talked. Somewhere far off, a branch cracked and fell. But no heartbeats, no life, only the ache of winter. He turned towards the mountains. There was shelter there. Caves, dry stone, maybe bones of some old kills. He could last another day, maybe 2, if he found something dead before he froze to death. A raven followed him for a while, black against the white, but it kept its distance. It laughed at him once, sort of a dry rattle, before flying ahead. Ravens always know when death is close. The wolf's breast steamed as he climbed. The pines thinned, giving way to rocks glazed with ice. Below him he saw a world of white. Rivers were solid. Valleys looked asleep. And he was about to give up when the wind changed. Something new rode on it. Sharp and strange. Not a deer, not an elk, but it was a smell he knew, and he understood it well. It was smoke. He froze, his ears forward. That smell had no place in the forest. He'd smelled it before, miles away, when the pack had found blackened trees and strange bones that smelled of meat and ash. They had avoided it. The young ones had whimpered, the elders had turned back. But hunger erases fear. The wolf lowered his head and followed the scent. It grew stronger every step, curling through the air like a trail of heat. Beneath it came something else, the smell of meat, burned, salted, and rich. His mouth watered. His heartbeat quickened. The trees opened into a hollow, and he saw the first flicker of a light reached out to him through the branches. Orange, alive, and unnatural. It danced and snapped in the dark. The smell was overwhelming now. His stomach cramped so hard it felt like claws from the inside. He crouched, watching shapes as they moved through the light. Upright, 2-legged, wrapped in hides. Humans. They were smaller than the stories his instincts told him about, but louder. Their voices cracked and echoed. They laughed and pointed, passing food from hand to hand. The wolf had never been this close. Every part of him screamed for him to turn back. But one of the humans tossed something, a bone, still red with meat and fat, into the snow. It hissed as it landed. The wolf's pupils widened. His hunger and his fear waned inside him like two storms. He crept forward, one paw, then another. Snow whispered beneath him. Humans kept talking, unaware, or maybe they were aware. Maybe they wanted him closer. Another scrap landed. Then another. The wolf stopped, breast steaming, heart hammering. The smell was unbearable. He lunged, snatched the bone, and ran back into the shadows. Behind him, the firelight danced on human faces. Not angry, not afraid, almost curious. He stopped once he was far enough, dropped the bone, and tore into it. It tasted to him like fire and blood mixed together. His whole body shivered. He had eaten again. He would last another night. But in the distance behind the fire, one of the humans was watching him. A man with a scar across his jaw and eyes that caught the light like ice. He didn't move. He didn't speak. He only smiled. And though the wolf didn't yet understand, the world had just changed. Two predators had seen each other and decided not to run.
Follow Tick Bite NC on YouTube.